Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, on today's adventure, we are going to be installing my new radiator. So I decided to go with with a tucked radiator. I was going to go with the Chase Bays brand, but due to some supply chain issues and constant back orders, I went and I was kind of digging around, searching to see if I could find if there was something else that I could use. So, lo and behold, I ended up finding out that Rywire also makes one. So, we're going to go ahead and get it unboxed, show you guys how everything looks, and then get it installed into the car. And here we have Rywire's tucked radiator. So basically his variant of Chase Bays. So couple little different things to note on it. Apparently how he has them set up is he runs the 8-inch fans. I did kind of look around. I did find a couple of seemed to be really good fans. I believe they were small, but don't quote me on that. The CFMs look to be really good on it. So hopefully it works. The guy who actually recommended this particular radiator, it was on his 240SX SR swapped, but his was putting down somewhere around about like 1400 horse, I believe. It was a pretty insane build. He did go over and kind of do a little bit of he did a lot of street driving. He wasn't necessarily a full-on race car, even though it kind of was. But with that said, hopefully this will be able to work for me. Pretty sure it will. The other difference that I did notice, so with Chase Bays, is that Chase Bays uses -20 -20 orb fittings, whereas Rywire uses -16. So his which the kit in the whole did come with fittings and whatnot. So got all the mounting hardware, as you can see, brackets to mount it on the onto the radiator, onto the car. The brackets came in a nice little packaging. They did go over and give a little template here. So, but I won't be using that. And it looks like CSF gave their little template too, and of course some stickers. So that'll just probably go onto my compressor or the good old toolbox. So being the fact that this is using 16 orb, so I couldn't use the raised filler neck, but actually I can. What I'm doing was just getting a 16-20 orb for it. So following me here. So all I gotta do is take the 20, screw that in, see, and then the 16 just screw it in. And that'll get nice and tight. It'll tighten down. I'm not gonna completely put it on because I got a few other things. Well, come on, there you go. So that solved that issue. Also, the bottom, so I had to order a different piece. So a 16 to 1.5, which is the same size as the factory lower water neck for the 2J. There you have it. Easy. So it wasn't too much of a complication. So yeah, all in all, it looks pretty good. And like I said, this thing looks pretty much, it's an exact replica of the chase bays, minus the size difference there. But that could be that's easily fixed, as you can see what I did. Does come with 2 little ports here, so I could use one of these as a drain, and I believe, if I was told correctly, which I'm pretty sure, I could even go over and put a little fan thermostat switch on here, which that's what I'm probably gonna do, so that way the fans kick on at whatever temperature I have set up. Very nicely made. I'm pretty impressed. The real test, of course, is definitely going to be when it is on the car and running. So I'm really hoping that it'll do the job, keep the car cool, and hopefully this gives options that maybe other 240 guys didn't know about. Either way, this gives different options. So with all that said, the next step is going to be to get this bad boy installed. All right, so now we fast forwarded it a little bit and we got it all installed inside. So it actually really wasn't too bad to get done. I did notice, I guess since I'm running the S15 core support, it actually made it easier, it seemed like, than the S13 core support. I don't know, don't quote me on that, but here we go. Nice and pretty much tucked right in there. Hoping the camera is picking this up. So all I gotta do is just add the fans on, but I can get that at any time. But yeah, so we got the filler neck on there. Got this kind of mocked up. Still waiting to get the lower hose to put on there, but I should be getting that in probably a few days or so. So, but other than that, here's where it bolted in. I actually did a little grommet or whatever to kind of give it so it's not completely stiff in there. So it does give it a little bit of a wiggle room somewhat. Did that on the other side too. So excuse the haven't finished this up yet, but I'll be wrapping that up. Just gotta go over and gonna have to figure out what to do with this. Probably have to like tuck it in there for right now, and then these are all the like headlight stuff, so I'll be kind of modifying that to get that to work with these bad boys. So yeah, other than that, I'm pretty happy with the results of how this went in. So I mean, it's pretty much just like the Chase bays, but just this is through a different company. CSF radiators, who Rywire is the one who apparently had it designed for universal. So, but yeah, other than that, guys, so that is pretty much it. So, with all that said, hopefully whoever's watching the video or whatever, so this will be another option for you guys when I actually do get this fired up, and we'll see how it really performs. Yeah, other than that, I guess we'll stay tuned for the for next time. Hopefully I'll actually be getting it fired up. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.